What's up guys, Matt here, and today we are looking for a very special car, and I hope we find it. I freed up some cash, got rid of some cars that were in my parking garage that I just didn't use and didn't need. Freed up some cash for a car that's going to be very expensive, I fear. Let's go see if we can find one. And here we have it. Found it in the junkyard auctions after some hunting. A 1961 Ferrari 250 GT Berlinetta Competizione. That's a mouthful, but it's gorgeous. Even all dented and messed up like this, absolutely gorgeous. Look at that in there. This is the racing version. This is a left-hand drive version of this car, which is nice. Oh, just look at it. So the car status, let's see, we got 175,000 miles. Wow. Factory power 274. I mean, you know, you think back 1961, 227 pound-feet of torque. And yeah, it's rough. That's for sure. So the starting bid, look right here, almost $300,000. Let's go ahead and try and see what we can do. We're already at $500,000. Getting close to $1 million. There it is. There's $1 million. Am I going to lose this thing? I feel like I'm going to. We're getting clapped and I'm out. Yep. Didn't free up enough cash. So we missed out on that 250 Berlinetta GT. Let's go for an F40. Why not? This is a 1993 Ferrari F40 Competizione. It's another Competizione. These had some really cool upgrades over the regular F40, and if we win this, I will talk about those as we restore it. But for now, let's see if we can actually win this thing. Starting price $315,000. Let's bid. We're just gonna bid it up, keep bidding. I want it. I got Ferrari fever. I got busted by that first Ferrari. Let's see. We're already up to almost $1 million, and I'm not feeling good about this. Oh, look at that. We got it. We got it. We've got ourselves a 1993 Ferrari F40 Competizione. Oh, I'm so excited. I've been wanting this car for a while. I've been wanting the other car for a while too. I feel like if we could do this one and restore it, might free up some money to get the other one. All right, we're back at the shop. It feels like Christmas morning. Let's go look. There it is. Our Ferrari F40 Competizione. That's the last time I'm going to say it. I'll probably say it at the end. But man, look at this. This is set up for racing. Let's send it over to the car wash. Although it doesn't look like it totally needs it. It probably does anyways. Let's send it over there and get this thing cleaned up and ready to get restored. Oh, I wonder what color it's going to be underneath that. A lot of our videos are much dirtier than that. You don't know until you watch them, but man, look at that. It looks so good. This is actually not in terrible shape. Let's go to the car status. Look at that. We've got, you know, middle of the road. Somebody enjoyed this car, which they should. Good for them. Yeah, but we've got some work to do. Definitely gonna tear it all apart and put it all back together. Honestly, the car doesn't look that bad. It looks really good as is. One thing that has me a little bit nervous is I go over here and if I look at this info right here so far, I'm in the hole about $250,000. So hopefully we won't lose our shirts on this thing because I want to get one of those 1961 Ferraris. Hopefully sometime soon, but we shall see when the job is all done if we're going to be in the black or if we're going to stay in the red. But yeah, I mean, visually, it looks not bad at all. Let's open up the, yeah, look at that. Just gorgeous. Twin turbos right there. There's one. There's one. This is going to be a fun car. Get out the old welder and get the body in shape. $5,000 to get that done. I think money's going to go fast on this one. And get the interior all cleaned up. Then we're going to start tearing this thing down. I'm going to start by pulling body panels off first. Then we'll get to that engine. I think that'll be the easier way to go about this. So the story on the Competizione is basically it's just more of a race version of the F40. It's got like a reinforced chassis, upgraded engine. It's like over 700 horsepower. Let's see what it says here. On the performance, 720 horsepower versus like the base, I think it was 500 horsepower. but we're definitely going to be shooting for more than that. And then it had more kind of aggressive body work, upgraded brakes, all that stuff, gearbox, wider tires, among other little things like that that just made it more of a race ready version of the car. Can this go? Oh, that whole thing can come off. This is cool. I'm digging this. I've never done a car quite like this before, and I'm excited. Let's pull off this rear bumper and pull off the engine cover, and it exposes our engine there. We get our little windows here. Now this is a Pain exclusive car mod. If you are a Patreon of Pain, Dead Bob 777, you get these little exclusives like this. You can't find this in the Steam Workshop. You have to be a Patreon. It definitely pays off because this is a very cool model here. And it looks like we got everything body here, I believe. Yeah, I'm not seeing much else. Let's go ahead and sit in the car, see what it looks like with it all torn apart. I love this interior. It's just very, very purpose built for racing, which is cool. And for interior, we just have 2 seats and a steering wheel, it looks like. Yep, that is it. Let's go get the engine stand and pull this engine. Actually, we should disconnect the drive line. I'm working ahead of myself. I'm so excited. I've been wanting to do this F40 ever since I heard ever since Pain dropped it. Looks like we're gonna have to start with the CV shafts here. Let's get this tire off. Wheel and tire combo. Then we'll be able to get to that right there. The drive axle. Get that one out and go get the other one. From here, we can get the starter out of here. And I think the gearbox will be ready to come out, indeed. Get these bolts here. And we expose our clutch set. Let's get our throwout bearing off of there. Clutch pressure plate. Yeah, I'm very excited to see how much horsepower we're going to be able to get out of this thing. Obviously, I think be over 1,000. It's got to be, right? We're starting with 720. Get this thing back down and go get this engine hoist cherry picker. Move it over and pull this engine out. Actually, I should drain the oil. And out it comes. It actually looks not bad at all. Nice. Let's get this coolant out of here. Out it comes. I'm gonna get this brake fluid out of here too, and might as well do the windshield washer fluid so we just don't make messes here. And out it comes. Now I believe we are ready to pull the engine. Let's pull it out. We've got it. And let's take it over to the engine stand. Put it on here. Let's see what engine Pain used for this. It's the V8 dual overhead cam AXK TRSM. It's a V8. That's really all that matters. It's an F40 as a V8. So yes, that's the one. Looks good. I mean, it's got the engine cover, which makes it look all Ferrari-like. So look at that. I love getting these things down to the bare bones. Speaking of, let's get all the suspension and all that stuff off of here. Let's start with the intercooler. Accessible from underneath. Okay, what about the coolant reservoir? We can get that out of here. What about air filter? That can come. There we go. Off that comes. And I think that's all it is from here. Now we can get underneath the car and pull those intercoolers. And off that one goes. Oh, come on. Spin around. Grab this one. Out it comes. Now let's just move on to the suspension since we're right here. Start pulling this apart. We'll get the brake caliper. Pad. Rotor. We're definitely going to be upgrading these. Wheel hub bearing. Wheel hub. Pretty simple back here. Pull the upper suspension off. We do have one stuck bolt there. Out it comes. There goes the other. Let's pull our shock set there. Lower control arm. Then we can pull our knuckle housing, and that's it. That side done. On to the other. Then we got 2 fuel tanks, one on one side. We got to get that pump out first. Now, I'm a man of a certain age that I had this car on my wall as a kid, in a poster, as well as some Lamborghinis, of course. Get that from the engine bay. All right, let's do that then. And yeah, so it's very cool to have this in game. There we go. Get it out through the interior because that's where it was. All right, let's get the front. Let's get the fan housings. It's cool that there's two right next to each other like that. I didn't know that you could do that in a mod. That's very cool. Let's get our battery out of here. Throw that on the charger here in a minute. And we can start pulling off the suspension here. We got 3 stuck bolts here. Lug nuts. Or lug bolts, I suppose. Off that comes. Now we can get our brake caliper. Another stuck bolt. So I am finding some old stuff in here. Stuff that isn't in great shape, which is why we're tearing this thing all the way down to the bones and putting her back together again. Let's get that wheel hub bearing. Wheel hub. Another stuck nut right there. Knuckle cover. Upper control arm. Much like the rear end, just with, you know, in links. And tie rods. Outer tie rod, inner tie rod. Get our shock set there. Lower control arm. Up, accessible from underneath. Okay. And out it comes. Just like that. Now we can get our knuckle housing there. And we'll go ahead and start working on this cross member here. Rubber bushing. Stuck. Get that one out. As well as the other 3. All right, those are done. Let's move on to this side suspension. Get this all out of here. Now we can get our sway bar, our steering rack, and the cross member can come on out. That is everything to do with the suspension removed. Now it's just a couple little things like the brake booster, the windshield reservoir, and fuse box. We got to get all these out. Let's get this off. There we go. Get the cover off. Spin around. There they are. Let's get all these out of here. I am quite excited to get this thing on the drag strip. That's going to be fun. We're definitely going to take it to the drag strip. No doubt about it. That looks like everything removed. Let's step back, take a look at what we've done. There is not much left. That is so cool. I love it. I really do. All right, on to the engine. And we might as well pull apart our wheels and tires. I'm going to go ahead and mill these brake discs. We're not going to use them, but I'm just going to flip them for a little. Every penny counts, especially when we're trying to pay for parts for a Ferrari. But yeah, flip them for a couple extra bucks. Engine disassembly time. We start with the belt tensioner. Then we can get the serpentine belt off, or wait, maybe not. Idler roller, hey, there it is. Now the serpentine belt can come off. Off comes a water pump pulley. Then can we get, yes, the other serpentine belt, and then pull off a bunch of these idler rollers. From there, we can move to the water pump. Out it comes. Then the harmonic balancer here. Might as well grab the power steering pump while we're right here. And the alternator. Okay, on to the business end. Look at those turbos. Oh, that's awesome. Get the coils covers off. Pull the ignition coils. There. Can we pull the head cover? Yes. It's been a while since I've done a modular V8. Couple months. Get that off of there. It exposes our spark plugs. We can grab those. We're gonna have to pull the timing cover off to get to the camshaft pulleys. Off that comes. Now we can get the, nope. Pull the turbo. That is awesome. I haven't done a turbocharged engine in a long time either. We can pull the exhaust manifold here. Definitely looking forward to upgrading all of this stuff. That looks good. Okay, now to the other side to pull off enough to be able to get the timing cover off. Now we can spin around and get this timing cover. Fastener there, and a fastener there. Now we can get these timing belts. 1 and 2. Then we can get, what do we move on to? There we go, cam gear. All 4 of them. Now let's go back to the side we were originally working on. We can pull these camshafts. Let's get the fuel rails out of the way, as well as the intake manifold. But first we need to remove the throttle body. Stuck fastener there. Now the intake manifold. Now we can remove the heads and see what it looks like in there. And we've got a few stuck bolts here. No problem. Out they come. And the survey says, not bad. Looks pretty good in there. A lot better than some of the ones I'm used to. All right, let's pull this one off, guys. Nice. Cannot complain. Let's go ahead and get this fuel filter out of the way. Let's rotate this engine over. Get to the business end. First, let's pull this oil filter. Now we can get the oil pan. That is a deep oil pan. And yeah, this doesn't look that bad at all. Few little stuck bolts. Let's start pulling piston rod caps here. Now we can pull the crankshaft bearing caps. Got 3 of them here. Get them out of the way. Final one right here. And then now we can start pulling pistons. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get it. 6, 7, and 8. Now we can get our crankshaft out of the way. Off it goes and pull our engine block. We are fully disassembled. Now comes the part. Here's all my inventory where I repair what I can and replace what I can't. And, oh, I actually failed that one. I hit the button too soon. This is the part where I just do this for a very long time, and I'm not going to subject you guys to it. And I'm not that good at it while talking at the same time. So I'll just get all this done for us and meet you back when everything is repaired or replaced. All parts repaired and replaced, and bought a bunch of performance parts. Let's put in our crankshaft, our oil filter. Then we'll attach our performance pistons. Get every one of those in there. And we'll do our rod caps and our crankshaft bearing caps. And from there, we'll do our oil pan. Our massive, massive oil pan. And we are ready to rotate this thing over. And let's start on the front here. Let's get our alternator on here. And our performance alternator, performance power steering pump. Then we can attach a head to start getting the timing setup, timing chain belt on this one. That's right. Timing belt. Once we get the cams and cam gears in. Cam gear. Let's throw on our manifold, more like a header. Performance with all the shiny stainless. Let's throw a turbo on while we're at it. Just because I love to see it. Look at that thing. That is awesome. All right. Spark plugs. All 4. There we go. Now we can do our engine head cover. Maybe not. No, not yet, because we haven't put the timing belts on. Let's get this other engine head all set up. Let's throw our performance fuel filter on there, as well as our performance intake manifold. Can't forget these spark plugs. I almost did. There we go. Now we can get onto the timing belts. Flip around here. There's one. And there's the other. Now we can do our timing cover. There it is. 4 little fasteners there. And then a whole bunch of idler rollers. Now we can do our water pump. On it goes. 3 little bolts, water pump pulley. And we have it, harmonic balancer. And we should be able to throw a serpentine belt on, right? Yes, indeed. There it goes. Then we can throw our other on. our belt tensioner, and we'll have one more idler pulley after that, right there. Nice. Okay, now we can do our engine head cover. These long bolts that take forever. It's really not too bad. Now we've got the engine coils. And then our coils cover, and that should be this side completed onto the other side. Let's throw our performance fuel rails in, why not? That one there, and that one there. Throttle body, back here. 4 little bolts. And I believe that is it. We'll worry about our clutch set when we install it in the car. That is a beautiful engine right there. Let's go toss it in the car. Install, that's the engine, and it's in. That's beautiful. It almost matches the Ferrari red paint. That is nice. Let's start from the front and work our way back, shall we? Let's do radiator, both radiators, and the whole fan shroud with fans for both. In they go, spin around. Let's throw our battery, just floating in the air as so. And brake master cylinder. Let's see what else. Oh, windshield washer reservoir, and it goes. And I think we're ready for suspension work. Up in the air. There we go. Let's get our cross member in, as well as the 4 rubber bushings required. Spin around and start putting together our suspension. Steering knuckle. Oh, let's get our steering rack in, might as well, right? Front sway bar. Lower control arm. All fastened in. We can do our shock set right there. And let's do our inner tie rod, as well as our outer. Now we could do the sway bar front end link. Gonna need that. Upper control arm. This is all coming together with beautiful new shiny pieces. Front axle cover there, front wheel hub. Bearing can go in. Then I got carbon ceramic brakes. Definitely gonna need that for sure. Brake pads. And on goes the caliper. We are ready to install. Let's see, we want the, oh, I haven't balanced that one yet. Let's go balance that. Here we go. Spin around and there. I love the little mini games. It was really cool when they added that. We are ready to put our wheel and tire on. That'd be the 204s. Just like that, on to the other side. Brought the car down to install our $10,000 performance ECU. $10,000. It's a stage 3. The best I could get. Rear suspension. Let's get our knuckle housing on. This should go a lot faster than the front. Get our wheel hub on there. Wheel bearing. Brake disc. Carbon ceramic. We'll be ready for brake pads and caliper. Lower control arm. Shocks. Or the shock, singular. Get the upper control arm in and let's see. Yeah, we're pretty much ready. We just need to put it in the axle half. We'll do that when we put the gearbox in. On to the other side. Let's get our clutch set up going here. We got our flywheel, clutch, pressure plate, and throwout bearing. Now we can install our performance gearbox because I know we're going to need it. We're going to need to be able to adjust these gear ratios for sure. I have a feeling. Put our starter in, then we can get our axle halves there. There's one. Drive that bolt in. Ready for a wheel and tire. On it goes. Bring it down and let's add our other stuff we need back here. Like our air filter, performance, and the other air filter. Then we get to the intercoolers from underneath the car. I forgot about that. Haven't done an F40 before. This is all new to me. There we go. Kind of hard to get to. There's performance intercooler for there and one for over there. Coolant reservoir, accessible from the engine bay. Let's go back down, bring it back down. And on it goes. Can we get the gas tanks, fuel tanks from here? Underneath the car, back up it goes. Okay, we got one here with a performance pump. Spin around and get the other one way back there. There we go. On it goes and in the pump goes. Doing the interior, we got our left seat, our passenger seat, and our steering wheel, and that's pretty much it. And then what I do need to add is this part here. I didn't take it out, not the door, this part here, but the all the inner racing parts. I had to pull that out and repair that. I had forgotten about that. All right, we are ready to assemble the body. Let's get back to that. Let's start from the front. Get that in. Love that lovely red. Looks so good. Headlights. Gonna want those. Then our front splitter here. Looks quite nice. Love it. Do the side here, as well as the door and mirror and window. Windshield. Let's get the other side. Onto the rear bumper. Add that rear clamshell there. Get our left tail light in. Then this whole area back here. Get that all fully assembled. Then the trunk window. I went with, this is just me being me. I love the Ferrari F40, the stock F40 wing. I could do the CMS2021, but I like the stock one just because it just looks so iconic and perfect. Oh, we need to put this taillight in, don't we? Now we put the engine cover on. That makes it look all Ferrari. That looks so cool. Oh, I love it so much. I mean, like, look, even these labels and stuff are modeled in. Unbelievable. There, got that taillight fixed. Oh, can't forget these little quarter windows back here. That one and that one. Let's apply our license plate. I just went with Montana. Why not? It's a beautiful state. I love it there. So this one is painted red and this one isn't. We'll take care. I wonder if that'll take, I might have to pull that part off too. We'll find out. No, it should because it's a body part. Because we're just going to give it a respray. Oh, and I almost forgot. Got to add the rear window. In it goes. Beautiful. Such a gorgeous car. Let's take it to paint and get it a respray, shall we? It's an F40. I don't want to mess with anything. We're going to paint her red. And I'll go with the factory red. Oh, that's our only option. Beautiful. Love it. I think they only came in red. All right. Let's paint it. Although Gas Monkey did that black one. That actually looked pretty cool. Nice. So yeah, it did end up getting that. Beautiful. Now, yes, this is properly red. It is an F40. A gorgeous, gorgeous F40. Can you tell I'm excited? Time for fluids. Let's start with engine oil, coolant, wiper fluid, and brake fluid. Now let's get this thing over to the alignment. Let's get the alignment taken care of. And then the fun stuff, the dyno. It really wasn't out too far. Not far at all. This one was the worst. All done. Look at that thing. Just look at it. Getting this all tuned up. We're getting there. It's nice having that Stage 3 ECU. Okay, now it is time to find out the truth. How much power are we going to make? And will the car start? Apparently it will. Let's start the test. Oh, I hear it. Okay, our stock is right there, 720 horsepower, 626 pound-feet of torque, and we are now making 1,548 horsepower, 1,323 pound-feet of torque, and 829 horsepower gain. 600, almost 700 pound-feet of torque gain. Yeah, it's a good thing we put slicks on this thing. Obviously, that's going to give us a drag rating of 999, which is going to be exciting to see what it does out there on the drag strip and who we might get matched up with such a high drag rating. Man, I love this car so much. So we're definitely going to have to take it out to the drag strip. But before we do that, let's go to the high-speed strip and see what we can do. Here we are, top speed track, backing up a little bit, trying to give us as much room as we possibly can. That's about right there, and let's go. Oh, you hear those blow-up valves? We're already at 150. Look at this thing. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. 230. 250. Need to start thinking about shutting it down right about here. 270. Oh, kind of made it. 270. Let's see if we can make it a little higher on the way back. Let's get kind of a running start by going off on this side. Spin around and spin around here and hit it. Oh man, she is wobbly. Wow. Yeah, that's here we go. I mean, even with slicks, this thing is finicky, very finicky. It just loves to, I mean, it's been aligned and everything. But if it ain't pointed straight and I don't hit it, you have to be kind of, you have to be kind of gracious with the gas pedal. Even then it gets twitchy, but man, what a beautiful car. So even with slicks, she's, I mean, goodness. Yeah, she'll still burn them up. And I bet she'll J-turn. Let's find out. Kinda. No, not successfully, but we tried. Close. But man, this thing is insane. And I absolutely love it. Look at that. I mean, just that fast, we're already up to 200 miles an hour, right? Oh, right about there. Then she loses it. It gets really light. You can't hang on to it. Either way, it makes it a blast to drive. I mean, yeah, it gets loose from you, but I mean, these older cars, these older supercars, what do you expect? It's a lot of fun though. Oh, sliding into the dirt a little bit. It just, when you give it the beans, she steps out, even with slicks. And I love it. That's what's got me excited to see what happens when we go drag racing, which we're doing right now. Here we are, King of the Sands. We're gonna do quarter mile, obviously Class A. Entry fee is $1,000. We'll go ahead and accept that. And it looks like we are up against a Ford Mustang drag. So let's start that and see how this is gonna go. I'm very excited and very curious at the same time. Oh, that's like a full-on drag Mustang notchback. Okay. I'm just trying to hang on here. Oh yeah, we got him. Big time. There's the finish line. We got him. Man, we got a quarter mile of an 8.9. An 8.9. I'll take it. Against his 9.1. Looks like now we are up against a Mustang GT66, a vintage Mustang. Must be quite decked out and quite impressive. Let's see. There it is. Oh yeah, that's definitely a drag car for sure. Fastback. Looks good. Here we go. Oh man. He kept up with us. He kept up with us. We ran an 8.8. Wow, to his 9 flat. That puts us in the semifinals against the Unicorn, which is all-wheel drive. Oh man, not super excited about this one, but let's see how it goes. There he is over there. Looks like the Gymkhana 10 maybe. Let's see how this goes. Oh, there he goes. He's gone. We're trying. Nope. You can't compete with an all-wheel drive. I mean, we've got a twin turbo V8. He had a he had a twin turbo V8. We had all-wheel drive, but we gave it a good shot. We got into the semifinals. We had a lot of fun. Did we win any money? So it looks like the last race is between two unicorns, go figure. And yeah, we did get money out of that. So that was a lot of fun. I did enjoy that. That's all that matters. That was a complete blast, but you know, I can't, I've got only, I shouldn't say only, but 374,145 credits. That doesn't leave me a whole lot to choose from, so we're sadly gonna have to sell this car and try to make some money. Let's see how much money we make, but before that, guys, if you made it this far into the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It truly helps the videos out, and I definitely appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. I love doing these videos so much for you guys. Here we go. Let's find out. How did it go? Looks like everything, body's 100%. Everything's 100%. And then there it is. Profit of $926,281 for a sell value of $1,990,000. So let's just call it $2 million. We're definitely gonna have to sell this car just to try to make ends meet from here on out. I'm gonna miss it like crazy. What a fun car to have. Accept, and there it goes. Now we've got $2,366,000 in the bank to go try to fetch us one of those elusive 1961 Ferrari Competenziones that I really, really want. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one.